Morning world, welcome to Tuesday 22nd of August and a little bit of weed and grass management today. So all the straws in the barn, happy days because it rained again early hours and about 8 o'clock this morning, so it's in the dry. I haven't got to worry about it any longer, but the next job, in fact I've got 3 or 4 jobs that all want doing at the same time. We've got 15 acres of grass knocked down over at Regis, but the Ford brothers, or 4 boys, are going to do that for me. They're going to bale theirs, I think, today, but I'm going to see if I can hold off on the baling for mine. I don't like my silage quite as wet as they do, so maybe we'll be baling that tomorrow or next day. I'm going to have to get on the Neil and find out what's happening with the third service on our tractor. Yeah, I'll be giving Neil a ring in a bit. So right, I'll just shut this gate and then I'm going to open another gate. We've got so much grass, I'm going to let the cattle have one of those down there. Speaking of the 695, that is still currently over to the farm, but my brother's coming over here this morning to drop off some eggs for my daughter Holly, so I think the idea is that he'll give me a lift back over to the farm and I'll bring the 695 back. Yeah, that's the plan. Okay, right. A couple of hours of this, or at least until my brother turns up. Right then, should we make their day? Let's make their day. I hope I'm not going to regret this. It's almost like they know what I'm thinking about. So I'll show you why they want to come out here. That's what they've been on for, well, a couple of months now, all of that. And they would really like some fresh. And this out here is the downside is they're going to flatten half of it. They're only going to eat half of it. But I have got so much grass now. We're going to mow that one, make that. We've got 11 acres to the farm, plus the other 15 acres. I'm going to have grass coming out of my blinking ears. So let's do it. Decision's made. Come on up. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Go up. Go up. Out you go. They'll be happy out there, and they can stay out there for a few hours as well, maybe even a few days. I kind of expected a bit more skipping about than that, but they're not hungry. They are happy now. So while we're here, like I say, we're not taking a lot off of the topper, we're just tidying up the tips. and the thistles. So apart from some pretty stripes in the field, you're probably not really going to notice much difference, but it will be a difference. All these clumps like this, that's like a signal to a cow. Basically that's an old dump there, so that'll probably be a little bit you know, bitter, that bit of grass. And while there are clumps like that, it's a visual indication of don't eat that bit, it's probably not very nice. And even when that poo is disappeared, the clump's still there, the cat will eat round it. So if we can level all those off and basically make all those little high spots of grass disappear, level it all off so they can't tell what's what, they'll start grazing this a bit more evenly. We've got another operation to do with this, which is going to be for the cattle go in. We will be putting humus start on here, which is spreading it's not a fertilizer, it's basically material that breaks down the organic material, releases all the nutrients into the soil. So we're using that instead of a nitrogen-based fertilizer. That's going to go on probably next month, and it's got all winter then to work on the organic matter in the soil, break that down and make it available for our grass next spring. That's the plan. Once this is grazed off, we'll probably have to top that once the cattle are finished with it. We're going to mow that. Actually, I might nip out there and just knock off those nettles while the cattle are shut out. Oh, open that gate. We'll nip out and just knock off those nettles out there. I thought I'd cured them a couple of years ago chemically, but they came back. So we'll have them. So yeah, so basically this is just kind of a tidy up operation. Just neatens it up and makes everything just that bit more efficient. Knock it off right to the grain level. As much as anything else, I want to get rid of the seed heads on the nettles. This isn't going to kill them, but yeah, we'll just get rid of the worst of it. Just tidy it up. Right, that's one down. Avenue is done. I think I'm going to go and have a quick cup of coffee and then maybe out starting a golf course. So I just had a phone call from Reg half an hour ago. If it stays dry, he's hoping to get his last piece of wheat off. If it comes off dry, sub 15%, he doesn't need my help. But if it's over 15% and just to go on the dryer, I might be back on the T7 again. So yeah, we may not have finished with a big blue monster yet. Perhaps. Right, we are back over to the farm. Mrs. P very kindly offered to drop me off. I don't know what time my brother's coming, so she said, I've got an hour. If you want, I'll take you over now. So as long as I can take your van, because you've got a DAB radio in your van, it's better than the one in my car. So I said, of course. So I'll get this out of here, get locked up, and then she can take my keys and my van and go home. My brother just gone past. Here we go. Right, one out. Two out. So my wife will now be on a mission because she knows I watch the miles per gallon on my van, which is currently at 63.4 miles to the gallon. That's what I'm getting on my van. When I get home, she will do her very best to get that to below 60 because she knows how much that'll irritate me. Okay, so we're going to call in to Regis on the way back and just go down and have a look at that 15 acres of grass and make a decision on whether we're baling it today or leaving it a day, maybe even 2 days. All going on here, but I'm not here for wheat, I'm here for grass this time. Looks like the combine's going down to something called the Hackett, which is where they may or may not ask me to go and give man. Okay, so they started baling then anyway. It means I can drive over there without running over the crop. Even if I have to go in the headland, it doesn't matter. Still looks pretty green. Can't compete that, mine goes toot toot. Yeah, there's a fair bit of grass out there too. I'm going to kick it about now. Hi Adam. Yeah. I've just waved at them. I'm literally just pulled up to go and kick it about now. Yeah, it's almost like you was watching me. It's almost like you knew I was here. Yeah. I'll go and have a kick about now and I'll give you a call back within 10 minutes. Alright, will do. Okay, no worries. Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye. Bye bye. Right. Okay. Mr. Ford, boss man, and just wondering what he wants to know if I want to bale it now or tomorrow. So the thing is, they're here. I would like to have it not quite so green, I think, but they're here. Oh, I don't know. I mean, that will be silage, not haylage. I'll get a bit further out. What I don't want. The thing is, this is quite stalky stuff, so it might even pay to have it a little bit greener. It's quite wet in the bottom though. I think I'm going to go for it. Yeah, it'd be a bit heavier and a bit greener, but as I know this is stalky, because the bales we've already got at home came off this ground, so we've already got that's drier stuff. But yeah, let's go for it. So that's floodplain over there I'm having. This is actually a proper layout here. There's different stuff. It's finer. Yeah, not the same though. Although I think there's a bit of red clover in that end. I bet they're heavy. I'm just going to stick my shoulder into one just to see if I can budge it at all. No. Now I'm having second thoughts. So I'm right on the in between. If this was left another, well, to the end of the day, this would be dry enough for what I want. The problem is, they're going to be gone, and I don't really have to call them back. So what am I going to save? Probably 25 kilos on a bale, maybe, by waiting a bit longer today, or if I did tomorrow, 50 kilos. Yeah, just going to be really heavy loads. So I wouldn't want to be bringing back 18, well, I don't think I want to be bringing back 18 at a time with these. So it might be a couple more trips. Whichever I do, there's going to be an element of inconvenience. And whether that inconvenience is going to be for me or for these guys. But as they have offered to help me out, I kind of ought to, I don't want to inconvenience them. So I just think I'm going to have to bite the bullet. By the time they've raked this up, it's going to be another hour or so before they finish raking that. It's going to be another 2 hours before he's finished baling this, because that's a hell of a crop out there. I mean, there's a lot of bales out here. And I reckon there's going to be, we picked up 35 off this field on the first cut. I reckon we might have a few more than that on the second cut, and the second cut should be better stuff. It's, the first cut was a lot of stalk. It was like up here, but it was stalk. Remember where I hit that little deer? That's what that was out there. Where I crashed the drone into one of those cables. First and only time I've ever crashed it. Still works. Just broke one propeller blade. I think we're going to have to go for it. But it's like I say, it's going to be three hours before the baler gets into there, and if you rose it up, get a bit of wind through it, it's going to dry it a bit more as well. Right. Well, baler's on his way down, so I think I'll wait here for him, and then I'll have a chat with him when he gets here. Gonna have to go for it tonight. Well, the weather's good. place to stop or an inconvenient place to stop it. You got some grass out here, haven't you?
Oh yeah, it's better than I thought it was going to be. That's 47 already.
Is it?
Yeah.
Bit better than 14 last time.
Yeah.
As you said.
Yeah, that's it.
Just spoke to Adam. I reckon if you're here, we must have get on and do that one as well, right? But so we get to that, or these rakes that out we got there, it's going to be another couple of hours.
I say, well, but yeah, if you rakes out the arrow, dry out a bit more, then when you turn all the bottom over a bit.
I put my shoulder into that bale over there, nearly broke it.
Oh, right.
My shoulder, that is, not the bale.
No.
Yeah, they're heavy.
Good weight in them then.
Yeah. Well, I reckon my little tractor might struggle a bit.
I'll let the pressure off a bit, shall I?
Hey?
Shall I let the pressure off a little bit?
You can keep it, maybe just a little tad.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's a bit different grass out there, isn't it? It's a bit more...
stalky, there.
Yeah. So it might bail up a bit different, but yeah, I'll knock it back a little bit.
Well, the thing is like you said, we can come back and we just said, but you've got enough to do.
Yeah. Well,
it's just your ear. It's just...
Yeah, I'll say right there, isn't it? So as well. Yeah, so he's going to be a good hour or two ahead of me because he's like saying he's I'm really pulling along at it. It's going to take me a little while to do this.
You can't go very fast, can you?
No. So, it's bailing up a bit better now. It's when it's a bit wet to start with. It was blocking it up and all that.
Was it? All right.
Yeah, it's getting a bit better now.
All right. But yeah, if you want to just go on and do that, you're here, get on and do it, and then I'll come and have a cup of tea with him and we'll chat about it and we'll sort it all out and get ourselves organised, is it?
Yeah.
All right. That's it, we're going for it. He's just gonna take a bit of the pressure off so the bales aren't packed quite as tight. So that might save me the 25-30 kilos that I was worrying about. So, because if I've got my third service fitted, Neil, and I've managed to borrow a squeeze, I'm picking it out with this. Although here, might be able to borrow Reg's Manitou with the elephant nose. That might be easier. Okay, home. Yeah, so I think he said 47 they got out of here already. So they're probably well on their way to 100 bales. I'm not sure what I'd do with 100 bales if I had that out there. It's different grass though, that's floodplain, it's coarser, but there's still quite likely 50 bales out there. So that's 3 trips. I can live with 3 trips. Right. See all those black birds out there? That's the one thing that concerns me a bit, is it might be a couple of days before I can come and pick these bales up. So I better go and buy myself a spare roll of hatching tape, because they'll be out there pecking holes in it.